one to eat first? Okay, I'll decide in about 30 seconds because I just want to ask you a quick question. Are you an audiophile? I know I am. I love my sound. I'm sure you get what I mean, right? Even in my car. But anyhow, I have something affordable and yet it promises a lot of bang for your buck at the same time. It's from Logitech. See exactly what they have to offer. Ooh, I'm gonna turn this up. And man, okay, enough singing. I'm gonna turn the music off so I can actually hear myself talk. What we have here is the Logitech Z553 2.1 speakers. It is very striking. That is the first thing I will say above everything else. I mean, look at it. It looks absolutely magnificent. This is a downfiring cylindrical subwoofer, which also houses the amplifier and also the power. I'm not sure you can see the cables at the back, but there are quite a few. It is flanked by the satellite speakers. Each has a 2-inch driver there, and they are shaped very much like binoculars. So imagine if you were like an army guy. But anyway, I'm gonna put that down right now. So I'd say visually, if this was in any room, it would strike a chord straight away. And in case you're wondering about stability, at the base here, it's got the rubberized soles here, so it stays pretty steady if you ask me. Now this is full-on analog. Everything here is wired, but I should stress what we have right here is the control pod, so you can switch it on, the volume, see the music comes back on, control the bass as well, and there's a couple of ports at the back, line in, and also for your headphones and a bass control. Pretty cool. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my own music. I have terrible taste in music. Let me switch that off right now. So I just want to focus a little bit more here on the control pod. Now, it may look nice, but it's a little bit tricky to use in the sense that at the back, the bass control I showed you, it's very close to the actual volume control. You'll constantly find yourself brushing against it. And having this cable here really is a nuisance. I really wish they actually had a remote of some sort for the device. But hey, what to do, right? There's a solution. See what to do. You can download different apps like the discontinued squeeze box, which came from Logitech themselves, to control the volume yourself. That could very well be the solution that you need. Now, one other major gripe I have of this is the various inputs. I showed you a line-in jack here on the control pod. There's also a line-in jack here on the subwoofer. There's also an RCS jack to go in as well. Problem is, you can't select which source you want. Therefore, if you've got all three plugged in and all three are playing something different, it's going to combine the sound to make some sort of super mix, which does not sound very, very appealing at all. So in terms of how you can use it, it's a little bit limited in that aspect. So what about the key factor? Sound quality. That's what everybody wants to know, right? Well, I can safely say for 500 ringgit, in fact 499 ringgit, you get some pretty good sound with this little bad boy right here. If you're gonna use it on your computer desk, it should do the job perfectly. If you're gonna place it on the other side of the room, it should also do the job perfectly. In terms of volume, if you're gonna have a party, it probably will be a little bit too soft. But saying that, it does the job very, very well. The integration between the sound from, I'm gonna switch my music on, from the speakers here, the satellite ones in this, it's pretty nifty as well. So I'm very, very chuffed with that. In fact, it makes you possibly wonder why you'll be paying for something a lot more expensive. Obviously, there's a big difference once you get to the nitty-gritty. Bass not quite as strong as you would like it perhaps, and a smidgen here and a smidgen there puts you off. But going back to the price point, it is outstanding. In closing, if it weren't for the lack of options when you have all the jacks plugged in and the fact that it doesn't really have a remote, although you could use a downloadable app to control the volume, it does set it back just a little bit. Not too happy with the control pod itself, simply because it's so easy to actually go too much on the volume and the bass, etc. But overall, really striking, really nifty. If this is going to be at your computer desk, it should do the job absolutely fine.